Big names are gone. Jobs are getting filled, and with every hire, the margin for Philly gets smaller. And what's left on the board isn't just slim, it's starting to expose a bigger challenge than most people are willing to admit. So let's get it mixing. What's up, Mafia? So we've been hearing the same names since Kevin Patullo has been dismissed. And those names stuck around because they all had something of value for Philadelphia. Daboll for his quarterback resume and his structure, McDaniel for his play creativity and motion, Slowick for play action and quarterback development, Kafka because of familiarity, Nagy for his play calling experience, and Cooter for his versatility. Based on what's left on the coaching market, these names make sense. But Philadelphia is having a hard time of getting people to commit. Bobby Slowick is off the board. After working with C.J. Stroud in Houston and becoming Miami's pass game coordinator, he did interview with Philadelphia. He then decided to take the Dolphins' offensive coordinator job, so that door is closed. The Eagles had interest in Arthur Smith, but he's gone now, and honestly, I'm glad that he is. He struggled in Pittsburgh, and I don't think that would have translated well here. Ohio State seems like it's more his speed. Mike McDaniel would have been my first choice for the offensive coordinator role. He had everything that we wanted in an offensive coordinator and was best when it came to creating plays and scheming players open. We did have a virtual interview with him, but he decided to go with the Chargers. And honestly, that sucks. I believe that Philadelphia is a way better landing spot than LA. The same goes for Zach Robinson. He's now the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I wasn't really high on him after he started off the offense in Atlanta. And if you see the reaction of all the Falcon fans, they were happy to see his ass go. So we dodged a bullet there. Then there's Brian Daboll. He was my second choice for the offensive coordinator role. He's great with mobile quarterbacks, and he also has a relationship with Jalen Hurts. This option made a lot of sense, but guess what? Just like everyone else, he's off the board. He's become the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. And this all stems with his relationship with Robert Saleh, who's now the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. And lastly, there's Joe Brady. I thought that he was the cleanest, most realistic option left, especially after the Bills told him to look elsewhere for a job. He interviewed with the Raiders yesterday, but today it's been confirmed he is now the head coach for the Buffalo Bills. Another door closed. So much opportunity, and they're all gone. They're all off the board. And then there was Declan Doyle. Now, he was a dark horse in this competition that I actually really liked. But now, just like every other candidate that we wanted, he is now also off the board. He played a huge role in the growth of Chicago's offense, and he was also a mentor to Caleb Williams. His strength is quarterback development, timing, and pacing. Another good option that's gone for Philadelphia. And honestly, that move does not make sense to me. Think about this, right? So you're the offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. You already have your head coach there. He's set. He's turned his team around, so there's not the possibility for elevation. So you'd be stuck as an offensive coordinator until he decides to move on, or until another team actually offers you the chance to be the head coach. Now with the Eagles, you actually have that option. Nick Sirianni is on a very, very tight leash, so if you mess up, you can just elevate yourself and go into that position. Something about that just seems a little off to me. Same with Charlie Weiss Jr. He's similar to Doyle, and there's a lot of upside and a lot of creativity there. The only downside is that he has no NFL experience. If he was hired, this would have just been another projection move. And just like a lot of other options, he declined Philadelphia's offers and decided to stay with LSU. And that does tell you something. You cannot hand this roster over to somebody who's unproven. And now that door is closed anyway, so it doesn't even matter. The Eagles did want to interview Clayton Adams, who's the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Fair is fair, right? You take one of ours, we take one of yours. But Dallas blocked that interview even after we allowed them to interview and hire Christian Parker. Dallas, that is soft.
And I spell it. S-O-F-T. Soft. Huh?
We did you a favor and allowed you to interview Christian Parker to kind of elevate that trash-ass defense you got. And you can't even offer us the opportunity to at least interview, not even hire the dude? That's soft as hell. But it's all good though. We'll see you in the season and we'll guarantee to get our get back. So when you look at this, honestly, most of the big names are already off the board. And that's why the focus shifts to who's left on the board and who's going to be the best fit for the Birds. Jarrett Johnson. Jarrett Johnson is currently the quarterback coach for the Texans, and he interviewed for the Philadelphia vacant offensive coordinator job. He has a history with Nick Sirianni in his Indianapolis days, and honestly, that rubbed me the wrong way. Anyone who has a history with Nick Sirianni should be vetted and investigated before they're given an opportunity for the role. Just look at what happened last time. We cannot have that happen again. Now, the positive with Jarrett Johnson is he works with mobile quarterbacks. The concern is that he's never called plays. His background is developing quarterbacks and not play calling. Cliff Kingsbury's still out there, and honestly, he's a wild card. He was the Cardinals' former head coach and now sitting as the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. His positives include pacing, tempo, and tailoring plays towards his talents. Now the downside is he plays it safe when it comes to his play calling, and there's not much motion in his offense. So if we did hire him, it wouldn't be any different than what we had last year. So that's where things stand right now. A lot of names off the board. Some were never really realistic, and now Philadelphia is playing the waiting game. Is it frustrating? Hell yeah. But I still think that Philadelphia will land the best option out there. We'll see who comes off the board next. So tell me, what do you want? An established name or the quiet name that no one's talking about? Drop it in the comment section. So signing off, this is Brother Shy, and this has been the Midnight Green Mafia.